Hey, friend, let's be real. If you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, and maybe even a little burnt out with homeschooling, do you wake up dreading the day before it begins? Are you running on empty and wondering how much longer you can keep going? I get it. I've been there. And let me tell you, burnout is very real. I want to share a personal story with you because I remember how isolating burnout can feel. I remember the season when I hit my lowest point. I had been homeschooling for years, juggling everything, lesson planning, housework, trying to be everything for everyone, and I became exhausted. I would lie awake at night worrying, am I doing enough? Are my kids learning what they need? What if I mess this up? I started snapping at my kids over little things. I felt resentful instead of grateful. I had lost my joy. And that was the very reason I had started homeschooling in the first place. But here's what I learned. Burnout doesn't mean you're failing. It was a warning light on the dashboard of your homeschool telling you something needs to change. And the good news is you don't have to stay stuck there. When I went through my burnout, it was severe. It was long. It was very difficult. I did not know that I was experiencing burnout. I thought, okay, just tighten up your bootstraps and keep going. You're the mom here. You're the grown up. If you're tired, so what? Keep going. You have a responsibility to your family. And I made sure that I didn't do what I needed to do when the burnout began to happen. And I became more and more exhausted. And I kept going. And I kept pushing myself. And things had to be accomplished inside the home and outside the home. To make a long story short, I eventually ended up in bed for almost a year, incapable of accomplishing anything. My burnout story is long, it was hard, and I'm here today to tell you not to let that happen to you. And I'd like to give you some reasons of why homeschool moms burn out and what to do about it. I would like to share with you a simple 10-minute reset that helped me from overwhelmed to calm, focused, and encouraged. After all that happened, I had to learn a way to cope. And that's what I want to share with you today. And this can happen in the middle of your homeschool day. It can be something you do right now, and it will help you reclaim your peace, even if your life feels chaotic and you feel exhausted. Why do homeschool moms burn out? Let's talk about that first. Why does burnout happen? Because before we fix it, we need to understand it. Most of the time, homeschool burnout comes from one of these three things. And number one would be too much pressure. You're trying to do too much, too many subjects, too many activities, too many expectations. The next one is that you often get too little rest. You are giving and giving, but you're not refueling yourself physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Another reason why burnout happens is you've forgotten your why. You started homeschooling for a reason, but somewhere along the way, you lost sight of what truly matters. And what happens when we ignore these signs? We push through, thinking that we just need to try harder. But instead of getting better, we get more tired, more frustrated, and more disconnected from the joy we once had. And here's the truth. Burnout isn't a sign that you need to quit. It's a sign that you need to reset. And you don't have to wait for vacation or for the perfect moment. You can reset right now in just 10 minutes. Here's what I want you to do if you're feeling overwhelmed right now. I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now and try this 10-minute reset with me. So step one would be to go outside. The fastest way to shift your mood is to change your environment. Walk outside, even if it's just in your backyard or on a porch, and take 10 slow, deep breaths. Feel the fresh air and listen to the sounds around you. If you can, take off your shoes and feel the ground. beneath your feet. This is grounding and it's very calming. Science actually backs it up. Fresh air and movement can reset your nervous system, helping you go from stress mode to calm mode. The second thing I would do is put on worship music. Play one worship song that lifts your spirits. Close your eyes and remind you of God and His presence. Breathe in peace and exhale your stress. Also, if you sing with your music, that will create more oxygen in your blood, and that will cause you to become less overwhelmed and take you from a state of stress into a state of calm. Play a hymn, play a psalm, do whatever you can do. And if you can't play the music, sing it yourself, because that's just as effective. The third step is the easiest to do, but I think sometimes is the most difficult thing for us to do. And that is talk to God, even if it's just one sentence. Lord, I feel overwhelmed. Help me refocus. You can pray out loud or you can pray silent. And there's power in speaking the truth. Remember Matthew 11, verse 28. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. For step 4, I would say drink water and stretch. Hydration and movement will change your energy levels. In the garage, I had a mini trampoline. That will get your blood flowing. It will get your lymph system flowing, and you will be able to feel that difference in your stress mode. Take a glass of water, drink it slowly. Do your simple stretch, reach up, roll your shoulders, stretch your neck, or jump on a trampoline if you have that ability. And now take a deep breath. How do you feel right now? How do you feel after you do those things? You will probably feel less stressed out and less burnt out. But how do we keep that burnout feeling from coming back after you've stopped it in its track? The 10-minute reset is great, but let's talk about how to prevent burnout from creeping back into your life every single day. I would schedule one 10-minute break for yourself every day. Drink coffee, maybe before the school starts. Do a devotional. Maybe you have a quiet time in the afternoon, but make it a habit and make it a priority. I would also suggest to avoid burnout to simplify your homeschool. Ask yourself, what am I doing and is it truly necessary? Drop the extras if you feel like you're being drained and focus on what brings joy and progress. Find your people is what I would suggest to you for number 3. Homeschooling can be lonely. Find a friend, a mentor, or a homeschool group where you can be honest about your struggles. I'm here for you. If you need some help, just message me. I am absolutely willing to speak with you and to help you in whatever struggles you have, whether they're big or small. If you need encouragement, I'd love to help you. I'd love to pray for you. Just contact me and feel free to do that. If you're feeling burnt out today, I just want you to know that you're absolutely not alone. It's been happening to homeschool moms and all moms everywhere for years. And you don't have to do this in your own strength. God sees you. He cares for you. He will carry you even on your hardest days. Today, I'll challenge you to take this 10-minute reset, just 10 minutes. Step outside, listen, breathe, worship, pray, take a deep breath, move. And if it helps, let me know in the comments. And if you need deeper support, I have something that might help. It's called my Beyond Burnout Work. This is the exact resource I wish I had when I was in my dark season. It's packed with practical strategies, journal prompts, and biblical encouragement, plus many different scientific helps to help you move from burnout to peace and purpose in your homeschool. If you'd like a copy, please contact me and I'll send it your way. Before you go, I'd love for you to subscribe for more encouragement like this. Remember, Mama, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. And that is enough.